Now, friends, what is a practical way to live a life of contribution? How can we practically, as Christians, practically speaking, how can we live out this calling that God has called us to live here on earth? Number one, cultivate a heart of gratitude and generosity. My viewers, recognize that everything you have is a gift from God meant to be shared. Gratitude leads naturally to generosity. Number two, be intentional about service, meaning that look for ways to serve daily, both in small acts of kindness and even in a larger commitment of time and energy. Number three, guard against self-ambition. That means regularly examine your motives. Are you serving to be seen, or are you serving out of love? Number four, invest in people, not just projects. Relationships are eternal. Programs are not. Therefore, focus on loving and mentoring others instead of spending all your time in programs and projects. My friends, finally, I want to say this. Christians are called to live with eternal perspective. Of course, Jesus taught us in Matthew in chapter 6, verse 19 to verse 21, where he said, do not store up for yourself treasure on earth, where moth and vermin destroy, and where thieves breaks in and steal, but store up for yourself treasures in heaven. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. My friends, all earthly gains will one day fade. Only what is done for Christ that will last. Just as a missionary called C.T. Stott, he wrote, and I quote, only one life. It will soon be past. Only what's done for Christ will last. Unquote. Each day offers an opportunity to sow seed that will bear fruit for eternity. Apostle Peter, in 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 10, he called to be conduits of his blessings, but not a reservoir, holding them for ourselves. In conclusion, life is not about extracting benefit from others, or even seeking recognition and rewards for our own services. It is about what flows from a heart touched by God's grace. A life spent in service, a life spent in love and sacrifice for others. The Christian journey is one of giving, not getting. Let me reiterate here that the Christian journey is one of giving, not getting, of serving, not being served, of dying to self that other might live. It is my prayer that may we all, by God's strength, live such a life in the name of Jesus. May we live that point, not to ourselves, but to Christ, who alone deserves all glory, honor, and praise. Francis of Assisi offered this prayer, a very beautiful prayer, and I quote, Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, let me sow pardon. Where there is doubt, let me sow faith. Where there is despair, let me sow hope. Where there is darkness, let me sow light. Where there is sadness, let me sow joy. Unquote. It is my prayer that this will be the heartbeat of our lives in the name of Jesus, until we hear the final commendation on the last day, when the Lord will say, well done, good and faithful servant, enter into the joy of your master, as it is written in Matthew chapter 25, verse 23. Thank you, good friends, for listening. If you are blessed with this episode, please do well to subscribe to this channel. Not just subscribe, but also click the bell icon. In fact, most importantly, share this video to as many friends as you can. Until I meet you again in the next episode, Remain blessed. I am Menasara Ilya Wakai. Thank you.